So basically, as the name says, generative AI. Generative AI is basically these are models which generate something for you. As the name itself says, Gen AI or generative AI. Basically, they try to generate. The generation could be of anything. It could be of text. It could be image. It could be code. It could be video. It could be some patterns. They are generating these things for you. So that's where the name came up, generative AI. You would be using definitely things like ChatGPT, DALL-E for images, Sora for videos, GitHub Copilot. You might be integrating in your organization. For so you might be using it for in your organization. GitHub Copilot, many of you would be using in your organization for generating code. ChatGPT, you definitely would be using it up. So basically, these are all generative AI models which generate something for you. That something could be anything. It could be code, text, prompt, video, anything. Now, basically, these models are basically trained on massive data sets. So when we talk more earlier version of ChatGPT, which were not even creating images, which basically ChatGPT 2 or 3, which was only generating text for you. So those were trained onto large volume of text. That text could be your websites, books, Wikipedia, and number of things, right? So basically, what they learned from that is they just learned some patterns and structures, but not the fact. That's a very important term over here. One sec. So this is a very important term, not facts. So what does I mean over here is these models have not learned anything. So when I asked ChatGPT in which year India got independence, it do not have any database where it looks up and search for 1947 as an answer. It has learned some patterns. Now, based on that pattern, when I give him a question in which year India got independence, it will try to predict what is the next word which will come. Or let's make it a little easier for you for you people now to understand. Fill in the blanks. India got independence in year underscore. So now what ChatGPT will do is it will try to figure out what is the next word which will come after independence, and that next word would be 1947. So how that happens, we will try to understand once we'll go deeper into the things. But that is basically it has learned some patterns and structures. It has not mugged up. It has not mugged up any facts. It has only learned some patterns and structures, and based on those patterns and structure, it tries to predict the next word for you. So output is based on the probabilistic predictions. It is not a DB which is looking for something. India independence got so in 1947. It will try to get that answer for you. These are models which do some probabilistic prediction. So basically, as a name such as large language models, these are models which are trained into large text. That text could be in any language, might be in English, might be in French, or might be something else. But these are the models which are generated onto a lot of textual data, and that text could be coming from books, website articles, Wikipedia, and number of things. So ChatGPT earlier versions, Claude, Gemini again earlier version. Now the current model is multimodal. LLaMA is again a large language model based on to your text. So these models predict the next word in a sentence. They can answer the question, write a code, they can generate content, they can translate, summarize, etc. But all of these, how they do up, they just try to predict what is the next word. We'll try to understand that part more deeper. But basically, what they do is they try to predict the next word. So they use concepts like tokenization, embedding, and transformer under the hood, which we'll talk about. So large language models are basically a part of your generative AI. Generative AI models could be of multiple types. One could be large language models, like the earlier versions of GPTs or Gemini. They could be image models like stable diffusion models, DALL-E, or many similar things. They could be audio video models like Sora, AudioCraft, and many more in the world now these days. They could be code generation models, something like Copilot or this code generation from OpenAI. I'm forgetting the name. So they could be either generating the code. So generative AI models can be categorized into multiple model types. And this is one of the category, what we call is large language models. So they generate the text for you, image models would be generating image, audio models would be generating audio for you, video models generating audio. How all these models work up? If there's an image model, it might be generating some pixels, again some pixels, what the pixels could come next, and based on that it generates an image. High stable diffusion is basically are the models which basically try to create some random pixels and try to fix those random pixels based again on some generation concept. So behind the scene, it just try to see, okay, these are the pixels. Now what's next pixel should not come next. And that's it. It try to clear your picture and finally it is able to generate a picture. So this is how internally all these model works.